For y'all who have been living under a rock and don't know, the FIDE 2024 World Championship is happening right now. It is Gukesh versus Ding. And for one of the first times in history, a lot of people assume that the challenger, Gukesh, has a much better chance than the reigning world champion Ding. This is what Magnus Carlsen had to say on his recent form.
I hope he will come back, but it's not a foregone conclusion at all that we will ever see him playing at that level again.
So who is Ding and why has the internet been so mean to him? This is the 2023 chess world champion Ding Liren, and he's had a rough year. In this past year, he's lost over 70 rating points, which is pretty much unheard of. He's also come last in tournament after tournament and really struggled against opponents he should be easily beating. The internet has not been kind. Many are saying that his form has gone downhill since the World Championship, which doesn't bode well for this year's World Championship against the massively talented Gukesh from India. What a lot of people don't know was Ding wasn't even in his best form when he won the title. In fact, Ding in 2019 was an absolute force to be reckoned with. In August of 2019, Ding beat Magnus Carlsen to win the Singfield Cup, but that was only one of his many victories. Ding won the 2019 Grand Chess Tour against MVL and was referred to as Alpha Zero by Grandmaster Anish Giri. Here's a game of his against Magnus Carlsen in 2019. It looks like Ding's position is a little bit tight, but he has some tactics. First we see he takes the d5 pawn. There is this attack against the queen, so you can't take back. We go queen a5, takes again here, and now it also looks like Ding has run into some issues with this move. If he moves the knight, the bishop will be hanging, but he has another great attack. So here he goes back to a8, and the reason for this move will be discovered shortly. The idea is if you take, now we go queen b7, and you're going to run into a bunch of issues with mate here. So really some great moves. Queen takes, and now we have knight d5, and all of the pieces are coming in. This is where it gets kind of brilliant. Here we see he's doing this kind of typical exchange, queen for two rooks, which ends up being a very good decision. King h2, and now all the pieces are coming in. Magnus has the queen, but Ding has the piece coordination. So it is not an issue here. As we see, this knight is under attack, and there's going to be all these issues with mate here. Rook h1. So the bishop comes here to try to take off this bishop here on c6. But there isn't anything to be worried about because now we go knight e7, and if you take, you run into mate in one. So just absolute monster with tactics, positional play. He was doing amazing. What happened in 2023 then? Just a week before the 2023 World Championship, Ding and his girlfriend broke up, which he stated spiraled him into a deep depression. Still, he was able to clinch the title, but his form wasn't what it used to be. After his World Championship, when the world needed him most, Ding disappeared. When he came back, he said that he had an unspecified illness which had caused his absence, but he was not retiring and excited to go back into tournament play. He returned back to competitive chess in February of 2023 with Tata Steel Masters, where many of the top players play. It did not go well for him, and he lost 23 rating points. Ding doesn't completely disagree with the trolls, even stating, "I'm worried about losing very badly. Hopefully it won't happen. Gukesh has been in top form recently. I hope I can become a totally different player by the World Championship. At least to fight to slow down his pace to have some winning chances." Even in bad form, he's still a force to be reckoned with. Ding Liren once went on a 100-game winning streak. In 2018, he was just one game away from becoming the highest rated player in the world, over Magnus Carlsen. So even in bad form, he is definitely still a force to be reckoned with. It'll be exciting to see what happens at this year's World Chess Championship.